Welcome. You are watching the 2025 Dr. Poole Jacoby Tour Championships. This is the final four on the B side matchup between Kelly Fisher and Kristina Tkach. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and I am the host of this match, produced by the WPBA. Looks as though Kristina has won the lag. Let's talk a little bit about the match rules for this event. They're going to lag for the first break, which you have just seen. It's an alternate break format thereafter. The 9-ball is on the spot. There is no break box. The opponents are going to rack for each other. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and this is cue ball fouls only. This is a race to 8. Kristina Tkach will be breaking the very first rack, which we all know how important the lag is. The lag, it solidifies your chance at a break, at a shot in the final rack if the match were to go hill-hill. Not only gives you the first, but potentially the last break as well. So Kristina Tkach to break. The 1 into the right side. She does make the wing. And she's got a decent look at the 3-ball. She's going to remove the perfect rack from the table. That is the official rack sponsor here at the WPBA. People are starting to file into the room. Hopefully that movement doesn't give a little, give any fits to the players at the moment. It's kind of quiet in here, so the more movement you add, the more distracting it can be. Although both of these ladies are consummate professionals, I don't see it being any problem at all. All right, so a good starting shot on the 3. She's got a good look at the pink 4, and it's sitting in a good position where she can move it around and get on that 5-ball. A couple different options. Getting on the 5, she can. Yeah, she's going to go ahead and just roll it and accept the 5 in the top right corner pocket. I think she would have liked a little less angle on that, but I think she'll be fine. There was a question in the chat as to when the WPBA added the 3-foul rule. Well, we've had the 3-foul rule for a very, very long time. It's just kind of a staple when you play Texas Express 9-ball rules, and so I think that the girls, you don't see it happen often. Most of the time, if the girls have an open rack, even if they have an opportunity to 3-foul you, they'll just go ahead and try to run the rack. But it is available. And it is a loss of game, so it can be beneficial if needed. Whoa, ball. Whoa, ball. All right, so she's looking really good. It's a really good starting rack for Kristina. Nicely rolling the 7 into the side with a stop shot to the 9. She does have a little bit angle. If she'd like, she could slide it to the left, but I'm sure she'll probably just stop it, pinch it, and hold it right there. All right, with this 9-ball, Kristina is going to take rack number 1. Nice break to begin with. Probably give her a little bit of confidence. Kristina played almost a flawless set last night on the feature table against Kristina's Lateva. So it was like the battle of the Kristinas. It's a fantastic, fantastic out. Every out was fantastic. She missed 2 balls, a 7-ball, which she bobbled, and she did miss a 4, but it was a tough cut into the side pocket, and so I give her a little grace on that one. All right, guys, so I do have, because I actually thought that Margaret and Kaylee were on the feature table this morning, and then there were some changes in the brackets, and I think it's more pertaining to what's coming ahead, but there's a look at Margaret and Kaylee's table. I did inset them into the feature match. We'll check in on them just getting started as well in rack number 1. No. All right, so Kelly manages to avoid the scratch. I don't know if this one ball is too steep to cut. I actually stole my side view camera so we can go to the overhead for the Margaret Kaylee match. All right, so it's steep. I don't know if she'll go all in offensive here and bank the one, if she can cut it, or if she'll try to find a safety. I don't think she'll play a safety just so early, though. She may. She's been playing a lot of hay ball. Okay, so she could cut that. Oh, boy. It's dark in there. And really, she was going to be so steep on the 2 had she even managed to miss the scratch. Kind of a tough starting shot for quick fire. Kristina's precision at the table is impeccable. She, like just right here, taking ball in hand, setting up. She's going to draw the cue ball all the way back for the pink 4 into the side pocket. She could possibly play the 4-9 combination as well if she comes up a little short. Yeah. Oh, she's going to go all the way. So she'll take it in the corner more than likely. I don't know, though. It's kind of one of these off-angle shots. Yeah, I think she'll play it to the corner and then just slide the cue ball to the right long rail. She may have to accept a little bit steeper cut on the 5, but that's okay because the 6 is way down here on the bottom short rail, so she doesn't want to be straight on the 5 anyway. Now she's going to want to kill the cue ball a little bit, and what I mean by that is she's probably going to put a tiny bit of left-hand spin, the direction she's cutting the ball, so that when the cue ball comes off this top rail, it doesn't widen out. Yeah, see, and she does that so that she doesn't come on the left side of the 6. She wanted to come on the right side of the 6. So she has to kill a little bit of the angle because it was pretty steep. Just got to just roll this ball in. Well done. Now where she chooses to play the 9 is definitely preferential here. She can draw it out. She can play it 2 rails forward. She can stun it out. So we'll see what Kristina chooses to do. Yeah, she decided to draw it out. That allows her to just really release her stroke with 0 chance of deceleration because she can shoot that shot a little firmer. All right, and this 9 ball to take rack number 2, the Crystal 2-0 over Kelly Quickfire. All right, so Margaret and Kaylee's at the table at the moment. You guys, I hope you can see this. I can actually zoom that out just a tad if need be. Kaylee's having an exceptional event. We call her the Natural. She's the last technical American standing, although she is playing Margaret and Kristina and really they all kind of live here, except for Kelly. Kelly, I don't know if Kelly lives anywhere. She travels so much. All right, let's go. Kristina makes the one. Oh, and she loses the cue ball in the side pocket. This is exactly what Kelly needs. Ball in hand with a wide open rack. This is exactly what she needs to get back into this match. Scratching on that one ball in the last match proved to be disastrous. Yeah, there was a question in the chat about Savannah Easton. Savannah was defeated late last night by Bean Hung, and then Bean eventually lost to Elu Kibaragalu, and then Elul actually ended up being defeated by Tkach in a crazy hill match. They played so good in that match, and Kristina just got really fortunate after Elu broke on the hill. She did not have a great starting shot, and she ends up making, honestly, a terrible decision. And then Kristina was able to run the rack to win. That's at the end of, I think, my last video last night. So if anybody wants to see that, they can go to our WPBA Billiards on YouTube, where you're watching this from, and have a look at a few of the fun matches that were super late last night. I caught the tail end of quite a few. This tournament's been amazing. Kelly's on the B side, Kristina's on the B side, Allison's knocked out, Savannah, Sophia, they're all out. We've got Pia Filler and Jasmine Ocean playing for the hot seat next round. Just so much talent in the room. We're just missing a few. We're missing Cheska and Rubelin and Rita Cho. Had we had those three girls, they'd be the best players in the world in the building. All right, so a little off here. And this is tough because in order to get position, Kelly's going to have to stun this ball around 1, 2, 3 rails. The good thing is that Kelly Fisher has the best stun shot in the business. Oh boy, don't do it again. Ooh. All right, Kelly's got to look at the 9 ball. This will get her on the board. And there you have it, folks. Kelly Fisher officially on the board in this match. 2-1, still in the favor of the crystal. All right, guys, sorry about that. Tournament director Kathy Tischumper, just walked in the room and asked me a few questions. We basically are trying to figure out the situation for the streaming because obviously we have so many great matches today, and it's it's so hard. We want to watch them all, right? And we want to bring them all to you guys at home. And the fans in the room, they want they want to be able to watch all of them as well. So it's a tough setup here. They've got 2 tables. Diamond came in and removed all the other tables from the room and left us 2, but the one on the back side where Margaret and Kaylee are playing is very dark back there. It's very, very dark, and and it, you know, as a player, it's a difficult situation because we only have 1 feature, and I actually could run 2, but the room is so dark, the quality would not be so fun on the second table, and so I think we're just trying to figure out what the right move is, especially going forward, right? Because we do love the event and we love the venue, but we've got to make some decisions. All right, let's go. What's going on here? Kristina ends up scratching, giving Kelly ball in hand. And Kelly looks as though she's just going to play another safety. So I'm wondering if she's going to try to utilize the 3-point or the 3-foul rule if necessary against Kristina. She doesn't get it there. And she may have very well left a window for Kristina to at least make a solid hit and potentially play a safety back. Both of these ladies are Predator-sponsored players. Longtime Predator-sponsored players. And I know Kelly, and I think both of them are Jam Up sponsored players as well. Maybe not Kristina. Her bio just says Predator, but I know that Jam Up, I think Jam Up does all her jerseys. Yeah, so Kelly is actually sponsored by Jing Shui Tables, Jam Up Apparel, and Horo Tips, besides Predator Cues. So some of the best in the business. All right, so I'm not sure, but I think Kristina may have been attempting a bit of a 2-way shot there. Hello, Chris Schneider. Nice to see you in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I love the picture-in-picture thing. Shout out to Frank Maialetti from Billiard Sports Network, because that was a feature inside this broadcaster that I did not know was available to me. And in the past, when I've tried to put 2 cameras in one view, I've had some freezing issues. So a super big shout out to Frank. Him and I, we kind of bounce ideas back and forth off of each other, and I was asking him some questions, and he told me how he does it, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. So appreciate Frank on a regular basis. That guy and I, we bounce ideas back and forth. Don't forget, guys, we do have the Sunday swag happening as well. For every $20 donation, I'll enter you into a chance to win some really cool items. I have a cue ball signed by Jessica Centeno and Jasmine Ocean. I have a very nice canvas picture of Margarita Fefalova-Steyer that will be signed. And I also have a set of the Perfect racks that are signed by all the ladies still in the event today. And I have one more thing. Oh, Randy from his name is Tamarin Cat. He gave me a really cool like chalk holder. It's the kind with the long stick that you stick in your pocket and it holds your little piece of chalk. He makes them out of very expensive woods, and so he gave me those, and I think they're beautiful. And so I have one of those is available as well in my Sunday swag. So this is a really good Sunday swag. I might actually draw for 2. So for every $20 donation, I'll put you in the Sunday swag. Thanks, Lynn and Jude. And then that will be drawn by the winner after the finals. All right, so let's get back to the match. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. And she's not going to get it there though. She could just clip the edge of it, and she just couldn't quite get enough pace on the 5 to get to the rail and back out. Try to get back in line with that 7, 9, 8. So Kelly's going to be pleased with this. Although the starting shot here is really important, and because getting from the 6 to the 7 will be difficult if she's not on the right side of the 6. So it looks like she may be going forward with this, trying to go 2 rails out. This is not the angle that Kelly would have preferred. Obviously, this is not it at all. In order to get back to the 7, this is a very difficult shot. Get a look at how steep this shot is. She may play this 1, 2, 3, yes, 4 rails. Wow, she struck that ball well. How do you like that? She couldn't have hit that ball any better. All right. Kelly with that big stun draw stroke that she's got. A little off angle on this 8. She just can't quite get in line where she needs to be. If she fights through this rack, that's a bit of a confidence booster for Kelly Fisher. All right. Quickfire taking rack number 4. The score is 2-2. This is a race to 8. Let's see what's going on in that other matchup. I think the score is 2-0, and it may very well be 2-0. Kaylee, let's see real quick. Yeah, Kaylee McIntosh, the natural, is up 2-0 over Feffy at the moment. But Feffy's at the table with a good look at the 7 from our view. That's right. There is more than one way to get it done. That's right. Briar Rose in the chat room. For anyone who's interested on how to donate and get involved in the Sunday swag, you can go ahead and right next to your chat box, there is a little money symbol. If you click on that, you can send your donation through the super chat, and I will see it in my chat room. So for every $20, you can get entered into a chance to win this swag. We only really do it on Sunday, and I always have the winner draw. I may actually be doing 2 winners this time, just because we have so many really big ticket items. The cue ball alone with Cheska Centeno and Jasmine Ocean is, I mean, you've got the number 1 and 2 in the world at the moment, I do believe. All right, so that ball definitely died coming out of the pocket. Kristina's got to look at the two. She could go offensive here and just go for the bank. Coming around 2 rails, maybe 3 to get the pink in the side. Well done. Last night, Kristina Tkach's match over Kristina Zlateva was an absolute clinic. Absolute clinic. It was a sight to be seen. If you haven't watched it, go back, check it out on our YouTube channel. Oh boy. Did she sneak it out of there? A bit of trouble for the crystal. All right, well played. Nice little two-way shot. I think she was always just playing the safety, but Kelly Fisher, this shot is a very kickable ball for Kelly Fisher. It would not be unusual for her to kick this right into the back of the pocket. So Kelly's lining up her shot right now. She's doing all the work. These ladies are on a 40-second shot clock with 1 40-second extension per rack. And like I said, it would not be an uncommon situation for Kelly to kick that ball in. All right, so Kelly wanted the ball to stop maybe a couple rotations sooner, but this is definitely doable. Kelly's got a great look at this 9 ball. Kelly Fisher taking the lead 3-2 over the Crystal. Want to say a quick thank you to John DeYoung, Sam Kelly for 5, James Sire, and Chris Snyder. Thank you guys. Appreciate you all. All right, let's check in on the ladies across the room. Margarita Fefalova-Steyer, 2-1, down 2-1 to Kaylee McIntosh. But really in a good position to tie the match up with those last 3 balls. She's pretty straight on the 7. Maybe a half a diamond drawback for the 8 in the right side. And Kelly Fisher will be breaking right here on our feature table. Score is 3-2 in her favor. Thank you, Briar Rose. All right. Pretty sure with that 9 ball, Margaret's getting ready to tie that matchup. They are also playing a race to 8, and that is an elimination round matchup across the room, as well as this one right here. He's got a good look at the 2. All right, so I actually think Kelly's a hair under where she would like to be. She fell a little shy of the mark, and well, based on the position she just got on that 5 ball, kind of says it all, doesn't it? This is a tough position. I do think it goes to the top left, but I think she would probably be making a slightly different or a better decision to back cut it to the top right. And the only reason why I say that is because the cue ball will be tracking to the left and potentially using the 9 for a blocker ball, but I think she'll be just fine. Yeah, see. Well done. All right, Kelly Fisher making quick work of this rack. No pun intended. And Kelly Fisher extending that lead by 2. The score is currently 4-2 in this race to 8. This is a B-side matchup. One of these ladies is going home in 5th, 6th position. The other one will be advancing forward, guaranteeing herself a 4th place finish. I want to say a special thank you to Ran B for his donation to our stream. Thank you so much for supporting the WPBA. Remember to stick around because we will be doing the drawing live. I usually just have the winner do it. What do you think? Should we have the winner draw it, or should we do the spin the wheel and put it directly on the stream? We could do the spin the wheel. That's always fun. It will definitely be live, whether I do spin the wheel or have one of the ladies draw it. The winner of the tournament usually does it. All right, what a great break. Her break is just phenomenal. Like, you can see the amount of work she has put into that. Just absolutely stunning. Spin the wheel, huh? All right, we'll work on that. All right, 2 rails out of the pocket. Oh, she just went 1. Well done. I thought she had the other angle on that. It can be a little deceiving at times. Well, that makes it much more simple. Less room for error. So come 1 rail across. She could use 2. Doesn't need it, though. Whoa, ball. Whoa, ball. All right. A little flat on this. I think she's a little flat on this ball. She'll probably opt to draw it out. She may, in order to not decelerate, draw all the way back to her and back out. Oh, she didn't need to. Well done. That's one thing I do say when I do commentary. I like to give all the options because players, you know, and Allison will tell you this, you do whatever you feel is right at the moment, right? And so it really is just dependent upon the player and preference, because there's 3 different ways they could get in the same position. And so I have to say thank you to Allison for reminding me of that. Because at times, you know, as a player, you tend to think about people sitting on the sidelines and they're saying, oh, she shot the wrong ball or she shot it the wrong way. But really, with so many options in 9-ball to get around the table, you know, you dictate what's the right shot, not somebody sitting on the sidelines, right? All right, and there you have it. Kristina taking one back with a fantastic break and run. Let's check in on the match over there. Looks like the score is 2-2, and Margaret's, you know, eyeing down the barrel at this 8-ball. Ooh, and she bobbled it, but it fell. So this 9-ball gets her in the lead for the first time in that match. And there you have it. Margaret's taking the lead 3-2 over the natural. Other B-side matchup. There was some trivia in the chat about who was the last U.S.-born player to win a WPBA event, and I would say it's probably Monica Webb. That would be my guess. I may be wrong, because I'm not a WPBA historian, but that would be a Billy Billings question, actually. Congratulations to her as well. She was inducted into the WPBA Hall of Fame over the weekend, and well deserved. She's the originator and the founder of the WPBA, alongside a few others. But her vision from where they started to where we are today is still so very clear. So we're really proud to represent Billy and all her love for the game, and to say that she's still competing when she was one of the originals is pretty awesome. All right. Well, we are definitely at the business end of this tournament, and not a single lady in this room is worried too much about all the chat Fargos going on right now. So you guys go ahead and enjoy this show and keep it classy. These ladies are putting on an absolutely stellar performance. Don't forget, at noon Central Time Zone, we will have Jasmine Ocean versus Pia Filler for the hot seat. Kaylee is our last American standing in this event, but she is in a 5th, 6th guaranteed position, so that's pretty awesome. And although this was a valiant attempt at a safety for Kelly, the 2 railer is definitely available to Kristina. She's going to come 2 rails underneath the 3. She may be able to pinch it off the 5 too. That's definitely a possibility, depending on what pace she hits it at. She didn't quite get the cue ball to stick, and it definitely leaped forward. Now Kelly is going to take full advantage of this 3 ball. I think Kristina caught the 3 a little thinner than she intended to. Or a little thicker, I apologized. Right. Connie is in the chat. Thank you. It was so nice to see you again. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate you tons, and I'm so glad you had a good time. And I don't know if I run a tight ship or if I'm just perfectionist, but thank you. The show was beautiful, and the arena looks fantastic. We've worked really hard to make this the best possible event. Kudos to the Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center. They have been the real rock stars. They've done a lot of things for us to make us comfortable and accommodate some of our needs. Special shout out to Daniel. He's a guy I'm working directly with to do the setup for this event, and he's been amazing. All right, so Kelly's making pretty quick work of this rack after that the kick shot on the 3 by Kristina. All right, Kelly doesn't seem exactly thrilled about this. She may have to play short side and come under the 8, shooting 8 up down here towards us in this bottom left-hand corner pocket. All right, with this 9 ball, Kelly's going to advance her lead in this match by 2 racks. Score is 5-3. I wouldn't be surprised if Kristina tried to take a player break right now. Oh, no, she's gonna break. Okay. All right, well, I think now might be the time to do so, but that's all right. Margarita is at the table, and I do believe she's up 3-2 over the natural. Remember, guys, if you're new and you're new to the WPBA Billiards on YouTube, one of our goals for the 2026 season, our next tour season, starting in January, is to double our subscribers. So it's absolutely free. Please take just a second to subscribe to our channel. We would like to double that number for next season, and with every subscription, it's totally free, but with every subscription, it's super priceless to us. So that if you can't afford to donate or get involved in the swag or any of our fun little raffles, please, feel free to just subscribe. That's plenty enough for us. Just show the support. Make sure you also like this video, this live stream. Make sure that you give it the thumbs up, because we use those algorithms and those numbers to present to potential sponsors. So it's very important for us. All right, what a great starting safety. The Crystal, she's got a beautiful break. If she gets a clean shot on rack number 1 or in ball 1, the lowest numbered ball on the table, she will absolutely put it to you. So Kristina playing the safety on the 3. With a 9 on the spot, you're just never really guaranteed. There is no pattern racking, and the 2 doesn't have to be on the bottom. So it's completely random. The 9 ball does count on the break in this format. You don't see it much. I think we've only seen like 2 of them. And I really think we've only seen 1 since we started racking 9 on the spot on the feature table. So, but at this tournament, I've only actually personally seen 2 9 balls made on the break. So this is a race to 8. The finals will be 1 single race to 10. Coming up next at noon, we will have Jasmine Ocean and Pia Filler for the hot seat match. Pia had a great tournament, Jasmine as well. But Pia really, she's put it down this event, and she defeated Kelly Fisher late last night to make it to the hot seat match. Ooh. She definitely shot that to the outside of the pocket. Now here, good shot. I don't know if she'll just pinch draw this a little bit. I don't know if the 9 will get bumped or not. If she can go all the way through a stroke, she might draw it to the right rail and back out. Okay, so she didn't even have to sweat the 9 ball. That's beautiful. Beautiful. So Kristina getting her predator extension. All right, she wants this to bounce just a tad off the rail. This ball is very straight. This is where your fundamentals come in, and they're so very important, which we know Kristina has solid fundamentals. She'll just draw this back a couple diamonds, preferably by the side pocket. Well done. There's a good look at the crystal. Striking through the ball. Trying to get some of these racks back. And she's done it. Taking one back. Cutting that deficit. Cutting it down, but Kelly Fisher will be breaking next. And let's see. Let's check in on the other match. See how that's going. I don't know if Margaret hasn't scored hers. I'm going to look at the live scores just to be sure. Yeah, the score is right on there. There's got a little flipper do at the top of the image. 3-2, Margaret. But she's sitting on this 9 ball right here, extending her lead by 2 with this. Should be just fine to pocket that ball. I'm going to minimize this just a tad, take it off the table. All right, Kelly Fisher to break. Margaret is up 4-2. The crowd, I can hear the applause. They're definitely pleased with that. And I think Kaylee McIntosh is taking her break. So we'll get back to our feature matchup. You know, I've seen some comments here recently about how, you know, when you watch the ladies of the WPBA, especially when you get into that top 16, there's just not an ounce of quit. And what I enjoy about these ladies is that, you know, people always say, oh, they play with so much heart. No, they play with talent and training. And when you do that, you take the emotion out of it, and it allows you to just really settle in and trust your talent, trust your training. And the ladies of the WPBA, in my opinion, do it better than anyone in the world, except for maybe the top men, right? They just really trust what they know. They trust their training. They trust their talent. And it doesn't matter the score line. They're just always trying to be their best. Now here, Kristina is sitting in a bit of a precarious position based on the fact that the 3 ball is tied up. I don't know if the 3-8 goes into the side or not, but she doesn't seem to be looking at that. So I don't know that that's an issue or even an option. If she plays the safety, which is what I think she will do, she'll keep the cue ball, yep, right there by the 3-8. She didn't want to accidentally knock the pink in, and I think that's why it took her an extra second to do so. You know, be mindful, these ladies are on a 40-second shot clock with 1 40-second extension per rack. Kristina just puts her hand on her head. She's like, "Is this real life right now?" What a good roll for Kelly. Obviously, fortune favors the bold. And Kelly's got a good look here, and she's looking at the 3-8. So I wonder if that combination does go. I want to give an extra special shout out to Kelly Fisher to congratulate her on her Hayball World Championship. So the combination did go, but Kelly didn't pay mention to the placement of the 3 afterwards. She has lost it. Lost the cue ball, lost the 3 ball. Looks like a safety will be coming up next, folks. Probably just a containing safety here. She'll put the 3 on the right rail. And the cue ball, well, I thought she would take the cue ball even a little further than that because she has not gotten Kristina underneath it, underneath a 7 or the 9. As Allie would say, that's poorly placed safety. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, so we're going to see another safety here. Kristina is going to use the 5 and the 9, and she's done it very well. And in this particular situation, I actually kind of like the fact that Kristina didn't put the 3 on the top short rail because Kelly's kicked in 2 balls that were on the short rails. And by leaving it more away from the rail, it becomes a much tougher ball to hit. You leave them close to the rail and players can kick them in. If Kelly kicks this ball in, she's clean living because this one's a much more difficult ball to hit, let alone pocket. Yeah, Kelly, so speaking about Kelly and the hay ball, she says that the hay ball is a hybrid between pool and snooker, and she loves snooker. She loves snooker. She's a world champion snooker player as well as a world champion pool player. And so the hybrid is just really well suited to Kelly and her style of play. She likes it. She really enjoys the hay ball, as she should. All right, so she does make a good hit. Makes a fantastic hit, actually, but she has left Kristina, although a bit of a testing shot, a very makeable ball for Kristina. The cue ball placement will be crucial on this shot. Good morning, Tony Newman. Thank you for tuning in. Got some sponsors of some WPBA events in the chat, so thanks, guys, for supporting. Wow, well done. Uh-oh. She wants this ball to go. Woo! And she gets her there. A little steeper than she probably wanted, but the cue ball is in position for the 5 ball in the side. Oh boy. Okay, she's there. Well done. Little angle. Yeah, she's fine. This is perfectly fine. Kristina has recently moved to Miami, Florida. Enjoying the sunshine. She's freezing here in Wisconsin, and I don't blame her. It is cold. It's pretty nice the last couple of days, but still cold. compared to Miami. Kristina is also our current ranked #1 player on tour. She's won 4 WPBA events in her short career. Well, it's not really a short career. She's been playing since a junior, but she's a Super Billiard Expo champion. She's a 6-time European champion, an 8-time Euro Tour champion, and she's the 2024 10-ball world champion. So Kristina has quite the resume at such a young age. All right, guys, let's see if we can pull. The players are going to take a break. Let's see if we can pull the Kaylee Margaret matchup for you guys. There you go. There's a good look at Kaylee. You can see the scoreboard in the top left of the screen. Margaret is up 2 racks, 4-2. Kaylee made a nice jump shot there, but and has a solid look at the pink. We are using the Aramith Pro Cup Series balls. These balls sets are for sale. If you're interested in purchasing a set of these balls, you can go to WPBA.com. I can't remember what the price is, though. I'm having a moment, a lapse. Let me see. After Kaylee makes this ball, we'll throw it up real quick. All right. Well done. Kaylee's playing so good right now. $390 shipped inside the continental United States. Just go to WPBA.com/store to purchase them. And these sets are obviously previously used at this event by the ladies of the WPBA. So make sure if that's something you're interested in, you cannot get these ball sets anywhere else for this price. Special shout out to Aramith. And with these sales of the ball sets, we're allowed to improve our stream and our production. And if you haven't been to a WPBA event recently, then you would be amazed at the growth in the production level of these events, specifically the streams. So a special thank you to all of our sponsors and, of course, to you guys, all the fans at home. Without your donations and our swag contests and the ball set purchases, we would not have improved to the level that we have improved at. And of course, we have further to go. So we'd like to eventually get to a point where we're doing more all-table streaming, and those things all cost money. The WPBA is a nonprofit organization, and so basically what that means, according to Billy Billings, is that we're poor. And so if anyone would like to donate, especially today, for every $20 donation, it will enter you into an opportunity to win some of my swag items. For every $20 donation, it'll get you one chance. And it's my way of just, I put in all the work and get all the stuff together to give, the fans some kickbacks for all the support. All right, Kaylee McIntosh taking one back with a fantastic run, starting with an excellent jump shot. Score is 4-3, still in Margarita's favor, but Kaylee is sticking around. So looks like the ladies are starting to make it back into the arena. Kelly's still not back in the room, so we'll just keep on keeping on. While we're waiting, I'm going to throw a commercial. This is the Schuler-Bauer Arena. And so we want to say thank you to Schuler-Bauer for their continued support of the WPBA.
In real estate, just like in pool, the setup is everything. When I play pool, I don't just focus on the ball in front of me. I'm planning my next shot. Selling your home works the same way. It's not about putting a sign in the yard. It's about positioning you for the next move, whether it's a quick sale, top dollar, or finding a dream home. With the right strategy, we don't just take the shot, we run the table. Let's line up your winning shot today.
All right, so Kelly's making it back into the arena. Thank you, Don, for your donation. Appreciate you. Got some pretty great swag items for this event. I have a canvas of Margarita Fefalova Sire. It's a really nice size canvas, and it will be personalized. We will go ahead and have her sign that before we ship it out to you guys. I'm trying to get the ladies back on the feature table. There you go. And we've got it. Javier. Thank you. Karen, we appreciate you. All right, so the score is 5-5. And Kristina Tkach to break. I had some questions about the camaraderie amongst the ladies. So here at the WPBA, this is a crazy thing about these tournaments. We all love we love each other. Weirdly enough, we're all buddies. We're all friends. And no, it is not awkward when we run into each other on our breaks because, you know, at the table we're competitors, but as soon as the match is done, we'll be like, "Hey, you guys want to go to dinner?" Or, you know, it's you know, we're all competing. And so no, it is not awkward at all when sometimes the ladies will go outside and get fresh air together. So even though they're competing at the table, away from the table, they're just fine, you know? So it's absolutely not a problem. Yeah, currently at the moment, these ladies are tied up, and it would make it a race to 3 for all the marbles. Or at least to advance to more marbles, right? All right, so a nice kick by Kelly there. I would assume that we're also going to see another containing safety, maybe putting the 2 to the left long rail and the cue ball under the 7. No, she doesn't quite get the 2 there. I'm not sure if Kelly has an edge of this 2. She may have just the very edge. But if not, she'll be kicking. Yeah, she looks as though she's lining up to potentially kick at that ball. She must not have it. No matter how many camera views you have, it's amazing how sometimes you still just really can't see what the players can see. Like a nice soft kick here would be my preference. Yeah, yeah, she would have liked to have gotten it underneath the 5 instead of bumping the 5. Using that 5 as a bit of a blocker ball, but she did make a good hit, so no foul. But Kristina's going to freeze her to the backside of this 5. Yep. Like she used Gorilla Glue. That's how good she froze that ball up. Not even a sliver of light between those 2 balls. Kelly is in definite jail time. This is a tough kick as well. Kelly knows this is very important to hit this ball. Oh, very difficult hit. And she did move the pink 4 away from the 9 ball, so there is some good out of that missed kick. She didn't leave the 4 close to the 9. The 3-7 may be the shot after the ball in hand shot on the 2. She may opt to play the combination. But with ball in hand, she could play a positional shot as well, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense to risk it. So I would think the combination is what she'll go after here. All right, she doesn't want it to leak. And she's done well. Kelly may opt to jump at this ball. And she does look like she's got her handy dandy jump stick. Oh no, she's going to get it. It looked very short from that camera view for a second. All right, so Kelly is a Predator sponsored player, so she will be jumping with the air rush. There was a question in the chat about how to purchase a ball set. So you go to WPBA.com/store. You're going to find, it depends on the set that you want. I have 2 sets of the Aramith Black available, and I have the sets from this particular tournament. So these are the Pro Cup sets, different pricing, a little bit cheaper. But I have 2 sets of the blacks and still available, and then the sets of the Pro Cups. So just go to WPBA.com/store, and you should be able to find them right there. You cannot get these sets anywhere for this price. So for me to tell you that it is definitely a deal, I mean it. It's a deal. Like my husband and I have bought 2 sets of these and 1 set of the blacks. So we utilize this deal because it's so affordable. And they literally get used for 1 tournament, and then I'm able to sell them. All right, so a little bit overstruck there, but I don't know if she'll go offensive here or if she'll just opt to freeze a cue ball up on the back side of the 5 ball. She could go kind of both ways on that. She could go all in on the offense on the 4 and try to keep her under the 5. Wow. Wow. How'd she hit that, folks? All right, and there you have it. Kristina Tkach making that 9-ball to get in the lead, 6-5. All right, so a quick look at our second table. Looks like Kaylee McIntosh and Margarita are currently 4-4, but Kaylee is at the table with a real good look on an 8-ball. So she may be taking the lead in this match once again. All right, Kelly Fisher to break on our feature. The score is 6-5 in favor of the Crystal. Kelly looking to tie that up with a solid break right here. I want to go to my right corner camera because I want to see. She'll be removing the perfect rack from the table. That is the official rack sponsor here at the WPBA. Canadian-based product. If you're interested in purchasing some of those, you can contact Brittany at WPBA.com. She can facilitate that deal. They do them in bulk order. You probably won't be able to get them in a small pack, but I can tell you how you can get them. So right now, for every $20 donation, I'm going to add you into our swag giveaway, which we do at the end of the finals, every event. All right, so a missed 2-ball combination on the 9 for Kelly Fisher. A little discouraged, you can see it there. Kristina comes to the table with a look at the 2. But you can enter into our swag because you know what I have? I have a set of 2 of the perfect rack signed by the final 6 ladies in this event. Available for the Sunday swag. So if you really want a set of the perfect rack, you have a chance right there to get a couple of them if you win our Sunday swag. So for every $20 donation, that gets you into that drawing only while we're live. All right, so this is an interesting shot. And to be honest, she may even, and I don't know that she'll go for it, but she may because the 3-4 are so kind of wonky and they're tied up on the table. She may be able to play for the carom into the 9-ball. If she does that and she's successful at that, she's really fighting herself. You can kind of see it. If she goes for the carom shot and doesn't make it, there's still work to be done. If she makes it, it puts Kristina on the hill. She's trying to fight the demons in her head, but she's only got 40 seconds to do so, and with one 40-second extension available to her. All right, so, oh no. Just so indecisive right there. I just did not expect that, though. Sometimes making a decision in a moment, in those moments, these big moments like this can be very daunting. And yeah, she knows it. Little head roll, little eye roll going on there. Kristina in her chair. She's going to have to let that one go because it's a goner. Kelly has got some work to do, though. The 3 ball is definitely awkwardly tied up to the pink 4. She might tappy it right here. Does she get perfect on this ball? Kelly Fisher. She may very well be sitting in a perfect position on the red 3. She hit that ball, the 2, getting on that 3, stunning. And I don't know if she meant to tap it or if she meant to play perfect position on it, but either way, she did a wonderful job. Eddie Soto and John Blue, thank you. We have received your donations. I know this is totally preferential, but she could play the 5-9. All right, she's just going to slide over. That's what I mean, too. Like someone was saying something about the 3 foul earlier. You know, if the girls have an opportunity, the ladies, excuse me, if they have an opportunity to run the rack or play the 3 foul, they'll typically just go for the rack. They trust their talents immensely. All right, these girls are neck and neck in this matchup. With this 9 ball, Kelly should be able to tie this matchup at 6s. I do want to remind everyone too, with the ball sets, although they are previously used, they're previously used at one event by the top lady players in the world. So it's not like they're not getting banged around as the bar by some Joe Schmo. They're literally being played and used by some of the most talented female players on the planet. So they are well taken care of. The ladies don't bounce the balls off the tables. They don't slam the cue balls around. And if you reach out while we're live and purchase the ball sets, you could get the cue ball signed by one of the ladies still left in this event. You have 6 fantastic ladies to choose from. So that is always a bonus to purchasing these ball sets from the WPBA. And of course, in return, it's also helping us continue to improve our production. So Kristina, with her pink Predator BK Rush break cue, getting ready to break. The score is 6-6. Thank you, Joe Swiney, for your donation. We appreciate your support here at the WPBA. Carly McGee is in the building, just so everyone knows, the Kelly Fisher super fan. She travels to this event every year to hang out with us ladies, and we love her. All right, so Kelly does have a good look. Kristina, first time, 4, 6, 8, 9. First time I've seen Kristina break dry in a couple matches, to be honest. It's been a few. Poor timing, really, when the scoreline is 6-6. But I will tell you this. Kristina has had some crazy matches in this tournament. Going to the B side early and just grinding through. Kristina has showed pure heart, pure talent. There's zero quit in that young lady. So actually, there was a comment in the chat about the 3-point break rule. We actually used to use that when we were breaking with the 1 on the spot to eliminate any soft breaking because we do use a template rack. But actually, there's been some conversation about bringing it back even with the 9 on the spot. So there's still a conversation to be had. We're not quite done messing with the break format. So those conversations will be had before we start the 2026 season. But we used to play with the 3-point rule with the 1 on the spot. Nice little draw stroke from Kelly there. Wow, and she just slices it in. A little straight on the 7, but Kelly should be able to handle it just fine. Kelly's got the best stun stroke in the business, that's for sure. All right, so Kelly Fisher on the hill first. The score is 7-6, and she will be breaking. Special shout out to On the Hill Billiards Club. They're actually on the screen at the moment, and right above where it says On the Hill on the arena TVs are the owners, Todd and his fiance, and they are amazing. Todd has been here since day 1, helping us do setup and helping my husband and I get the arena out of the trailer and put together, and really thankful to them. Todd always goes above and beyond whenever we're here. So a special thank you to Todd from On the Hill. Thank you, Lita Lopez and Kelly Fisher to break. She does make the 1 in the side. The 2's tracking there also, and she's got a very clean look at the 3. She'll go ahead and remove the rack from the table. A little straight on the 3, but actually it may work out perfectly because if she just draws it back just a hair, she'll have a nice look at the pink 4 and then full cue ball. So she'll be able to cut the 4 into this lower right corner and draw the cue ball back for the 5 in the side. And if she gets a little weird, she can also play the 5 top right corner. All right, so this is going to be preferential to Kelly, what she so chooses. She may opt to play it top right. If not, she can draw it out, play the 5 in the side. She has both pockets available to her. Kelly really likes to stun the ball, so more than likely she'll just go ahead and stun it and bring the cue ball back out. Yeah, just like that. She's fallen a little straight on this 5. This is not most ideal, but she'll probably just play a stop shot. Well done. Accepting the angle on the 6, which actually she needs anyway. She can go to the rail and back out. And like I said, Kelly's got the best stun shot in the business. So she'll probably just stun it to the left long rail and back out. She's got to have a little movement though. It's got to go. Oh, I think she's okay, but she could have traveled maybe a couple more rotations with that cue ball. All right, and with this 9 ball, Kelly Fisher is going to defeat the WPBA's #1 and advance to a guaranteed 4th place position. Wow, there you have it, folks. Kristina not pleased. One mistake, and Kristina is officially out of this event. She has had a fabulous tournament and played some of the most beautiful pool we've seen throughout the week. So congratulations to her. Although 5th, 6th is probably not what she was looking for, she's going to be just fine in the long run. Congratulations to Kelly Fisher advancing. She will be waiting for the winner of the Margaret and Kaylee McIntosh match. Currently, the score for the Kaylee Margaret match is 6-5 with Margaret in the lead. Kaylee just missing a 2 ball right there. This may give Margaret an opportunity to get to the hill. Let's blow this up and give you guys a better look. This is what's going on the other B-side matchup. Margaret is in the lead with a very good look at the 2. Now, she did overrun the cue ball just a tiny bit, but we are at an angle. The camera is coming at you from the left corner here. So, and I am about 40 feet in the air with the camera. So I'm zoomed in quite a distance. All right, 2 rails out of the pocket with the cue ball. All right. Probably just a bit of a stomp shot. I don't know that she needs to do much. She's going to roll it forward a couple rotations, give herself the angle to just naturally come 2 rails back across for the 9. She may not even have to use the second rail, but she wants to come down where she laid her cue. That's one thing about Margaret I do have to say I enjoy. She makes it easy as a commentator to tell the folks at home what she's doing because she puts in all the work every shot. So she avoided the second rail, which also eliminates the worry for a scratch into the side pocket. Very intelligent play. And with this 9 ball, Margarita gets on the hill. Well done. 7-5 over the natural Kaylee McIntosh. Guys, I'm going to play a little bit of music and let you guys enjoy the last legs of this match while I run and grab something to drink, because we've got a fantastic match coming up. Jasmine Ocean and Pia Filler starting at noon Central Time Zone on our feature table. So enjoy the rest of this match, folks, and I'll be back to close you out in just a few. All right, there you have it, folks. Margarita Fefalova-Steyer has defeated Kaylee McIntosh. So Kaylee will take home a 6th place finish. And we'll have our B-side matchup of Kelly Fisher and Margarita Fefalova-Steyer next. Actually, on the featured table, though, we're going to have Jasmine Ocean versus Pia Filler for the hot seat match. And we'll pop into the Kelly Fisher-Margarita match regularly, so don't you worry. You guys know I try to bring all the stuff. I want to say a special thank you to all our sponsors. I want to say a special thank you to all the people who have donated to the stream so far and to purchase the ball sets, as well as everyone who's donated to the swag. We'll be back live. I'm going to reboot the stream and get things set up for the hot seat match between Pia Filler and Jasmine Ocean.
In real estate, just like in pool, the setup is everything. When I play pool, I don't just focus on the ball in front of me. I'm planning my next shot. Selling your home works the same way. It's not about putting a sign in the yard. It's about positioning you for the next move, whether it's a quick sale, top dollar, or finding a dream home. With the right strategy, we don't just take the shot, we run the table. Let's line up your winning shot today.
Do you need a set of billiard balls? Well, we may have just what you need. Aramith billiard balls are the benchmark used in tournaments worldwide, whether it be billiards, snooker, carom, or other disciplines. In order to be the best, you need to shoot with the best. Aramith billiard balls do make the difference. We currently have them on sale, previously used by the ladies of the WPBA. $390 shipped inside the continental USA. To purchase them, go to WPBA.com. Aramith Black, $460, includes shipping inside the continental USA while supplies last. Go to WPBA.com to purchase. Aramith ball sets have the premium resin with Vitrotech technology that hardens the surface for durable brightness. These ball sets were used one time previously at the 2025 Women's World 8-Ball Championships. Remember, the best always use the best.